It's your girl AliRenGo
and LA.Nice,
and this is
that
Quiet Storm.
Hey, boo. Hey, girl. You ready? Yeah, girl.
Talking about self-love, confidence, and you were saying where you got yours from or when you got it.
okay. So yeah, it wasn't necessarily something we talked about in the house. You know, it wasn't something that was just overly said, like you're beautiful or you're gorgeous. That just wasn't done. Same thing with I love yous, and
You didn't hear I love you a lot in your house? I hear that, I hear that more often than not.
yeah. And it doesn't mean that the love wasn't there.
I also hear that.
It kind of goes into the love language. I think people show their love in multiple ways. I think it's the acts of service, the physical touch, hugs. Even that wasn't something we did.
Hugging.
Yeah, no.
My dad wasn't affectionate. He also wasn't verbally affirming. I don't remember him overly telling me I was beautiful and all those things either, but he did. Yeah, he did make me feel like he was proud that I was his only daughter.
Okay.
Not in words or, things like that, but I felt proud. Like I was like, this is my daddy too.
Yeah.
I felt like he was saying this is my daughter.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. But see, I had the mom who was all those things.
Okay.
I mean, we all grew up like kinky hair. You can't tell my mother to this day. Yeah. Brother, your brother had nice hair.
Okay.
Mom, he didn't. You didn't. Ronnie, you didn't. Nor did Aaron. Rest in peace to my brother. He didn't either. Nor did my dad. Nor do I.
Yeah.
No, we have kinky hair. We did. It's not all like yours. So you had the hair growing up that the girls wanted to have.
No, I didn't actually. My hair was very kinky, or at least I was tender-headed. But I feel like you had to become used to getting your hair done. But so you wasn't tender-headed. Like they put a comb in your head because I feel like that is.
I don't remember. I don't have that experience. Okay, here's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
I know the experience.
Okay.
I gave my daughter the Easter experience. We talk about like what day before or weekend before. It's a prep.
Yeah. Yeah.
My daughter's flinching, but yeah, it's like a prep.
What?
House smelling like Marcel curling iron.
Oh man.
And I mean grease and pump it up.
Yeah, we
This
got.
stuff. Oh, I'm telling my age. The curling grease, blue magic. Blue magic. What? And if it's a perm day just for me,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't remember having all the. I just fucking laughing. I know what I'm about to say. I just felt like I was always like a little head, like a little head. My Baltimore came out really.
It did for sure. A little head. Y'all heard that? A little head. What did you?
You could take
What
it
happened? The
out
T
more.
was it the D? Was it the D?
Little head. I definitely said head. I did. I hurt myself. I don't know where that came from. It's like a hood girl just jumped back inside of me. I was never even.
Was you even in the hood?
My brother says it was. I don't think it was. Like my brother said, you wouldn't even think we grew up in the same house because I'm so different. My brother still is like hood.
Okay.
And I'm not.
Okay.
And he says mother and father. And I don't.
And father into my mother's house.
Right. And I don't say that. I don't know. We're just so different. I love my brother. We have a good time together.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the hood story. I remember two boys. This might be hood. They tried to break in my house.
It might be.
Wait a minute. Let me rephrase this so right in front of my face. It was like a random day.
To break it.
They tried to bust in my house. And like
It doesn't get any better.
my mother and my brother were like fighting them all and trying
And this might be her.
body Jay. Do you remember this?
Wait. They tried to break in the house.
So apparently my brother was fighting with some guys or something, or trying to not fight. I don't know. But either way, they came to our front door. I remember just seeing my mother and Roddy just pushing back on the door, trying not to let the guys in to fight my brother. And I remember just always standing around in all of these hood situations and just being like, really was detached. Like, my life was a fairy tale in so many words. Like, I was just always in my own world, just creating this fantasy world. Maybe that was my escape.
So I'm curious, would you say you had an overall great childhood, good childhood? Not so much. Like,
I think I really enjoyed growing up in the church when I was young. It was literally my life. It wasn't a piece of my life, wasn't a part of my life. It was my life.
yeah.
It was everything. And then when I got into high school, I got into so many activities and things. So yeah, I did have a good childhood.
Okay.
I do think that our generation, and we talk about this, we had traumas that we never healed from.
Okay.
We're not encouraged to heal from, or especially in the church world, healing from it was a good service, a good deliverance, a good shout. You know, that was you're healed. But therapy, accountability was not a big thing in the church world. The guy who raped the young girl, they shout together. And
But was it no as well?
I do think I personally knew of a lot of traumatic situations and experiences people had within the church. And then I've heard a lot. And it was brushed, covered under. It was,
Really?
yeah.
And details? I mean, not of course, but like
You heard the stories of the older man
wow.
who, married or unmarried, either raped and or slept with the minor. Sometimes she got pregnant. This isn't my story, y'all. Don't start fishing and thinking that. Please don't think that this isn't my story.
But
But it's very, very common.
It's common.
And I do have my stories. Yeah. I mean, it's a church.
Yeah. Yeah.
You knew a lot of girls who had been molested or raped, and a lot was by their uncles, right? And those uncles were still around at the time.
Yeah.
Accountability wasn't a thing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's kind of going back to that therapy too. It's like a taboo in our culture. You don't do that. Like you said, you go to church and you church it out. For us, that kind of goes to our conversation about me and my upbringing when it comes to church. You know, that wasn't necessarily the direction, but it was just swept under the rug, I think. A lot of times, like for those scenarios, those instances of sexual assault, harassment, like you said, rape, it's swept under the rug. It's not talked about. And
do you think it's getting better?
Absolutely.
I was about to say, I just think it's getting better.
100%. I think because we're so aware and because so many of us, because I have my stories too, you know? Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I have my stories as well. And being a parent, we're raising the next generation.
Talking about self-love, confidence, you were saying where you got yours from, or